Hello, everybody. My name is Fred, and I'm your host for On Your Mark, Get Set, Bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I am doing the first episode of January solo. I was on vacation, didn't have a whole lot of time to prep for it. You're enjoying the holidays, your family, and things just kind of, I went with the flow and kind of set this to the side. But starting January, this is going to be this is the show is what I'm going to concentrate on. So we should have an episode for you every week going forward. And this one is the official start of 2024. So our first show for the year of 2024 is this solo episode. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. We got a phone call from Jose Fina wanting to wish us bros Happy New Year in 2024. So let's play that call so we can hear it directly from Jose Fina. Here we go. Hello.
Hi, Fred. This is Josefina. How are you?
Oh, hi, Josefina. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Hey, listen, I just called to wish you and all the boys a happy new year.
Oh, thank you, Josefina. On behalf of all the bros, we also want to wish you a happy new year.
My resolution is to put all the bros before hoes.
Well, I don't have a resolution, but I wish you luck with yours.
Okay, Mira, it was good talking to you, and I'm looking forward to a wild and crazy 2024. Until next time, take it sleazy. Ciao.
Whoa. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. So sorry, my apologies, Jose Fina. He wants to wish us a very happy new year, and I think I'm gonna take. Should we take that advice? Until then, take it sleazy. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. All right. So normally I like to do the drink review early on the show, so we can sip on them as we go through the rest of the show. Um, and I'm gonna do that here again as well, but you know, I'll get to this in a little bit in the upcoming segment for sports. Um, I was up late last night celebrating the Texans' victory over the Colts, and they made it to the playoffs. So yeah, so I was up a little late. Probably didn't get to sleep till almost midnight, and of course it's the weekend, so I was drinking. So today's drink review will be coffee. Ah, yes, coffee. Yeah, so I've already made myself a cup here. Okay, you can't see it. It's in my coffee cup that I use every day, but what I'm drinking is Cafe Bustelo. This stuff I actually found it by accident. um what I have been doing, and I think everyone should do this, is you know in these times of uncertainty, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world. So I like to be prepared for anything, right? So I was doing some emergency food storage items, and came across a vacuum sealed brick style coffee. Uh, this one in particular, right? And I like the way it was packaged. It was nice, in a brick style, very tight, with the air taken out of it. Um, so it was easy to store it that way because you can easily stack them, and it's you get about as much out of one of those brick style containers or packaging as you will in a can like this, but it's way easier to store it. And I bought a few of them and put them in my storage room with some of the other food items. And my normal choice of coffee, my preference was always Maxwell House. And one day, um, I ran out of Maxwell House in the morning. It was a work day, and I work from home. And I was thinking, wow, I didn't realize that I was out. I should have bought some when I was at the store the last time, and yada, yada, yada. And then it hit me, wait a minute, I have some coffee that I've never tried, Cafe Bustelo. So I said, you know what, let me go try one. So I grabbed one from the food storage and I poured it into the container that I keep my Maxwell House in, and I made some coffee, and I was like, wow, this stuff is really good. So, and that was about, I'm gonna say 4 months ago, and that's all I bought since then. I replenished my stock in my emergency food supply room, uh, with the bricks, but now I'm buying these canisters that I drink daily. So, yeah, this stuff is great. It's awesome. I don't know if you've ever had it, but I highly recommend it. Definitely picks you up, has good flavor. I mean, even they make an instant Cafe Bustelo too, and that one is probably the best instant coffee that I've had. There's a certain taste. If you're a coffee drinker, there's a certain taste and flavor that you get. It's different from percolated coffee or coffee that brews in a machine. The instant always has this. You can tell it's instant. Let me put it that way. So, but this one, and it does taste like it's instant coffee as well, but it has a much better flavor than the other instant coffees that I've tried. So I highly recommend it, and that's what I'll be sipping on through the rest of the show. So here we go. So that is our drink review. And what I didn't mention in that drink review, we do have a sponsor for it, and I'm sorry I missed it at the beginning. I just kept going on, right? So, yeah, our sponsor for the drink review is Texas Booth. Now, Texas Booth, and I think I mentioned them in a previous episode. What they do is they have this setup. It's a camera style setup where you can call them and have one set up at your event, either a corporate function, a wedding, or any party of any kind, a get together. Maybe you have a family reunion. I mean, that would be perfect for this. So, yeah, Texas Booth will go out and set it up. And the way it works is they have this camera set up, and then they have a backdrop with some lighting. And the person will enter their information, their name, their phone number, their email, and then the machine takes a picture and it sends it to them. And it's great for those occasions where we don't all get to dress up on a daily basis, right? Where we look good and we feel good. We just don't do that often. So when we do dress up for those occasions, you want to capture those moments for posterity. So I highly recommend Texas Booth. They do have a website, texasbooth.com. You can give them a call at 713-903-1945. You can call or text that number. And you can also go to the website, texasbooth.com. It should be up and running now. A couple of weeks ago, it was under construction, but Victor told me that it should be up soon. And that was, like I said, 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. So if it's not up and running, definitely call them or text them at 713-903-1945. The contact is Victor. Texas Booth. Capture the moment. Okay, so let's go on to the next one here. So, You know, this show really is about not only what bros think and what they, they think of, we think of a lot of stuff, right? We don't talk about a lot of stuff. So I like to look at this as, I don't know, some bro therapy, if you will, because, you know, it's like my dad used to say, with a fart, right? You don't want to hold it in. It's not good for you. It's probably a bad analogy, but same thing with bros. Come on, we think about a lot of stuff, but we don't really have an out, a way to get that out because a lot of the things we're thinking, we just think and we get distracted very easily, and I think women can attest to that. We get distracted very easily, so we can get sidetracked very easily too. Not with things that we enjoy doing, but we're just sitting around and just burning through some time. Maybe even just sometimes even watching TV, right? We're watching a game or a show or a movie, and during the commercial, we start to think about other stuff. Maybe we'll hear something and our mind goes thinking on that path, or maybe we see something on the TV real quick and we start thinking about something. So and it stays in the back of our head, right? Because when the show comes back on, we're back to, oh yeah, where was I? Here we go. So, that's just the way we're built. We're built differently. So, this show really is about thinking about things that when those situations come up, right? That's how we are. That's just how we're wired. So, a lot of these things that I talk about, the segments, I'm going to touch on a few things that maybe most, if not all, bros think of, right? And they tend to forget. And when I bring things up in here, they'll probably stop and say, "Hey, you know what? I've thought about that in the past, and let me hear what he has to say, or what they have to say when I have a guest or my co-host." So that's what we're going to do, and that's how we do it. So here we go. All right. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit of paranormal or not here. So, this is a true story. So, a few years back, I'm going to say maybe it was 3 years ago, um, my friend and I, um, won't mention his name for privacy reasons, but his name does rhyme with Mike. We did a chili cook off at an American Legion post. And he was going to do the chili entry. I was just going to help him. I was going to do one of the entries. I think it was for Bloody Marys or something. But, I was going to let him do the chili and I'm just going to help him. So he, I'm helping him under the canopy, and our vehicles are parked behind the canopy. We're on a parking lot. And he asked me, he was cutting up his ingredients, his onion, and he forgets, oh, he adds beer to his chili. And he said, "Hey, Fred, do you mind grabbing the beer from my car?" And it was daytime. It was probably about 9 in the morning. And we so I said, "Sure, yeah, I'll go up there." He said the car's open because it's right there, right? So I walk out to his car. As I'm walking out to the back of through, behind the car, making my way to the car, I don't know what happened, but something told me to look up into the sky. And I looked up, and I see this very shiny object. It's probably, I'm guessing here, I'm guessing it was probably maybe 4,000 feet up, maybe a little higher than that. There were some clouds, well, whatever low level clouds you typically have on a day, right? Um, Very shiny object, and I'm not kidding. This is, I drew I drew this just so you can get an idea, right? So I look up, and that's what I see. I see that shape, and the way I remember it, I see three circles, darker circles behind the object that's very shiny, because everything else around it is very shiny. And it's just sitting there, right? And I noticed that it's tucked in right there in the corner of that cloud, just like this, right? As you look up, that's what I'm seeing. I'm telling you, it's very metallic, very shiny, and it's not moving. I don't even hear a noise, right? And I'm just staring at it. And I see the cloud, slowly moving with the wind, but it's going with the cloud. It's not like the cloud is passing it up, or it's not like it's going behind the cloud. It's just sitting there. And I go back in the canopy and I say, "Hey, Mike," who's, my friend whose name rhymes with Mike. Um, I call him over and I say, "Hey, look at this." So I point up and I ask him, "What do you see up there?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "It's, I don't know what that is." He said he tried taking a picture of it. I don't remember him doing that. I think I may have been looking up at the time, just trying to figure out what it is, because I'm telling you, it never moved. And but he said he can't find the picture anymore. I don't know. He doesn't remember what happened to it, and he doesn't even remember if it came out clearly. But we were in the middle of a chili cook-off too, so we're just looking at it for maybe another 30 seconds, and then we say, "Oh well, okay. So let's get back to the chili because we need to start, making the chili, because it has to slow cook." And he goes back to the canopy. I go get the beer. I look up one more time before I walk under the canopy, and it's still there. So I just, I shrug it off, and we just continue. We never thought about it again after that. So yeah, we still don't know what it was, and every now and then we'll bring it up, and we don't know, right? That's all I remember about it. This is exactly what I saw up in the clouds, tucked in just like that, very shiny, but yeah, I hope that doesn't put me on a list and a visit by the Men in Black. uh, we don't have any more information other than what I've already told you, though, so they can just watch and subscribe to the channel to get more or all the details. All right, so that was that. Um, okay, so in honor of the new year, I'm going to do a Bible reading that will hopefully get us off on the right foot in this new year. This one comes from Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19. And it reads, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." So that is a reading that should give us all hope, not only for this year, but for the future. So yeah, as we enter into the new year, let's think about that reading. Okay, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Isaiah 43:19, and this is from the English Standard Version of the Bible, the ESV. "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Thank you. Amen. Yeah, so let's talk a little sports, baby. How about those Texans? Wow. That was a really good game. If you guys didn't watch it against the Colts, it was a win and you're in kind of game, right? Win or go home. I guess they were in Indianapolis, so they were going to come home whether they won or lost. But you know what? They're going to come home with smiles on their faces, and so are we. We have smiles on our faces as well. Wow. What a season so far. I mean, what did they win last year? 3 games total? So they went from 3 games total, getting the second pick in the draft, CJ Stroud, quarterback, our franchise quarterback. Um, from 3 games last year to 10 wins this year and in the playoffs. Now, a lot of people say, they'll look at the Texans and say, Oh, they're one and done in the playoffs. But you know what? When you win 3 games all of last year and then you win 10 games this year, that's okay. That is a huge improvement. And I am so looking forward to the future of the Houston Texans because with this franchise quarterback, I mean, come on. We're going to get lots of other players, good players from other teams. They're going to want to come over. They're going to want to play for this guy, not just for the guy, but for the team. And one of the greatest things that I took from C.J. Stroud in last night's game, not just the way he played, his poise. I mean, he that first play of the game, really, one play, one touchdown, 75-yard touchdown pass in their first possession of the game. Um, you know, how many rookie quarterbacks have done that, right? Not very many. I don't think that was the first. If I remember correctly, they mentioned that it was the first this season, and this 2023-2024, if you will, season. That was the first touchdown scored on the first play of a game the entire season. It was last night, CJ Stroud. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. They have a bright future, and I'm excited. So I wish them the very best. And that was one of the things I took from CJ Stroud is his poise and how he operated under pressure. But a lot of respect for the guy. He gave all praise and glory to Jesus Christ. And you know what? We should all do that. This guy, I love the guy. Let me put it that way. So I'm a huge fan, and I'm looking forward to more games, more good games like that, because I know they're going to happen. I'm looking forward to all the games that he's in. Not only just him, right? Because there are other good players on the team, and he made note of that. It's not just him, but he gave all praise and glory to Jesus Christ for the gifts and the opportunity, and have a lot of respect for him for that. So, thank you, C.J. Stroud, Houston Texans. Good luck. Oh, and there's another game today that the Texans are already in the playoffs as a wild card, but if the Jaguars they lose today, Texans are the division champs, so they'll get a home game. And the way it looks right now, it'll be against Cleveland. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Best of luck to them. All right, now it's time for some words of wisdom from
Javi the Wise.
Javi the Wise says, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. I guess that can go for anything, right? We'll just leave it at that. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Thank you, Javi. Until next time.
Javi the Wise.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the other day I saw a coupon for a vasectomy, so I clipped it. Yeah. Yeah, so on that note, I want to thank everyone for watching this episode number 3. I'm looking forward to next week, episode number 4. We should be back with my co-host, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If you guys, please, if you can subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up and that notification bell, it helps a lot. Until then, boys and girls, monkeys and squirrels, butterflies and ants, and everyone in between, on your mark, get set, bro.